Hello! This is another 5 Reasons video, this one for Love and Mercy. Love and Mercy is the biopic of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys. Which, if you're watching this review and you don't know the Beach Boys, why the hell not? Go listen to them. I'm making this video a 5 Reasons video because I watched it last night and it came out this year and not a lot of people are really talking about it that much, and I feel that that's a little bit weird because I thought it was really good. So without further ado, this is 5 reasons that you should really like Love and Mercy.
Number 1.
Reason number 1 to really like Love and Mercy is that it's a character study and it gets it right. So a lot of character studies will often follow the trend of, say, film noir, where the character is in every single scene, which is fine. It exposes the character in a lot of different environments. But Love and Mercy is a character study of Brian Wilson, but Brian Wilson isn't in every scene, but he is the point of contention, and he is the theme. He is everything about this movie. It's a study of him, Brian Wilson. Character study. It gets it right. So because it doesn't hold itself in that way, it excels in a lot of creative ways that a lot of other biopics don't.
Number 2.
Reason number 2 to really like Love and Mercy is it has 2 really great performances of Brian Wilson. I think that Paul Dano playing the younger version of Brian Wilson is Oscar worthy in this role. He's so freaking good. Like, damn, he moved me. He was moving me. I just completely believed him as this genius musician who's also a little bit messed up. And John Cusack was also really good as the older Brian Wilson. Talk about perfect double casting. Paul Dano and John Cusack, they look very similar, I think. And I think they exuded the same kind of qualities to Brian Wilson. I love that in both of them I saw a different kind of Brian Wilson, old to young, but at the same time he was always the same kind of, like, just this genius of a man, this amazing genius, musical genius, but also someone who's a little bit difficult. And I love that we don't have to villainize him and we don't have to make him a hero. We can just study him in all the ways that he was amazing and all the ways that he was pretty flawed. It's been a while since I've seen a movie where John Cusack actually did a great performance in my eyes. And I thought he was fantastic. I thought Paul Dano was fantastic.
Number 3.
Reason number 3 is that it does to you what only great music movies can do. You know, when you're just sitting in your room or you're laying in your bed or something and then you decide to listen to some music and you close your eyes and you're just swept away by the music into a story that is unknown and into your imagination and into a place that you never thought you would go, and you just let your mind go. I think it's worth mentioning that I feel like a lot of people, myself included, feel that way when they listen to the Beach Boys. And if you're not feeling that way when you're listening to music, I highly recommend that you do, because I think it's great. So I thought it was great that this movie nailed that feeling. Not only are there many scenes of Brian getting that way himself in the creating of his own music, but it generates that feeling for the audience too. Like, sitting there just watching the movie without them talking about music or anything like that, I kind of got that feeling too. And I think that's a really genius thing. Also, the scenes with Paul Dano in the studio where he's directing all the musicians on what to do, and they're making music and they're making gold. I could have watched that all day. That was some of the most entertaining scenes that I've seen in a very long time. I guess it kind of just shows a really amazing character in their environment, in a place where they just thrive. And it kind of makes me wonder that if I saw a movie about an expert sandwich maker, if there was multiple scenes of him creating sandwiches, like, quickly and with such efficiency and to a great degree of professionalism, if that would be as cinematically amazing as these scenes in Love and Mercy were. If I ever wanted to make, like, a really experimental short film, I'll do that. And if people like it, then I'm a genius.
Number 4.
Reason number 4 is because there is legitimately very, very, very great romantic chemistry between Elizabeth Banks and John Cusack in the movie. Those are 2 actors that I didn't really think going into this movie that there would be a lot of romantic chemistry between them. They didn't seem like actors that would be like that. I mean, Elizabeth Banks is always off making comedies and being hilarious and directing Pitch Perfect 2. And John Cusack is a lovable romantic comedy guy from the 90s who did 2012 also. If you haven't watched 2012, you're good. Don't watch it. Anyway, they're just 2 actors that I didn't expect that from, and I got legitimately great romantic chemistry from them, and it's amazing to feel like you're part of that. I think it's just incredible when you're watching a movie and you can kind of see how real it is that these people are falling in love on screen. It's something that I really like. And it's worth talking about in this movie because it's been a while since I've really seen that from a movie, honestly.
Number 5.
Reason number 5 to really like Love and Mercy is because, yes, it is a biopic, but it's not like all the other biopics. It gets to the meat of what's happening and the importance of the story rather than feeling like a PowerPoint listing all the accomplishments of the characters, all the downfalls of the characters, and then, like, cradle, death. Brian Wilson is alive, so that would be awkward. I feel like I've seen so many of those movies that just follow that structure and then do a little bit of furniture acting. Furniture acting is what I call it when someone is really going for an Oscar and there's a scene where they get a little bit worked up and then in a rage they like take a chair and they throw it against a wall or they punch a wall and they go like Gah! Furniture acting. But Love and Mercy is a testament to how amazing Brian Wilson is without losing how amazing the film is. The film isn't just kissing his ass the entire time, it's a legitimately great study which turns into a legitimately great movie. I don't think enough people are talking about it. This is honestly one of my favorite movies of 2015, and I'm going to be really sad if it doesn't end up on my top 10 list by the end of the year. It's teetering on the edge right now, and even though it'll be December 9th by the time this hits YouTube, there's still 4 or 5 movies that I've yet to see that I think could make it on my list. 2015 has turned out to be a really good year for movies. I mean, a lot of the mainstream movies have kind of sucked, but some of the mainstream movies have been good, and most of the independent movies have been great. Anyway, Love and Mercy, I think it's really, really good. I think you should check it out if you get the chance. Love and Mercy gets an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe. Also, I watched Synecdoche, New York tonight. I thought of making a review for it, but after 20 minutes of watching the movie, I realized that I can't do a review of it. I can't rate it.
If you don't know about Synecdoche, New York, it's a Charlie Kaufman movie where Philip Seymour Hoffman questions his own existence.
And it's the most challenging movie I've ever watched. It's beautiful and amazing, and I loved it, but I can't rate it. Just a little update on my life, I guess. What's an inspiring tag that I could add to the end of my video to really inspire my audiences to do some good in the world? I gotta be inspiring. Christmas is coming up. Don't regift.